that I had a situation where I wasn't gonna get my reimbursement, and I had to go back and forth with TURO, and they told me what I need to do. Welcome back to my TURO channel, man. I'm Believe in Yourself. We'll be talking about TURO and helping you guys get your host status to where you need it to be. Now, for this series, we're going to be talking about the TURO app and how it works. Definitely subscribe, like, definitely please comment. Let me know what you guys want to see next and share this video. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you can know every time we drop a video, man. Peace. What's up, people, man? It's your boy, Kev B. We back, man. And today we're going to be talking about things on the TURO app and how it works and the processes of getting things done. Today's topic is going to be tolls. This is something, at least in South Florida. I don't know other parts where you guys may be. I know Central Florida tolls are big. The Northeast tolls are a big deal. And tolls, you want to make sure that you're getting your money back for the tolls that your guests might take during their trip. I mean, you got to treat this. When you're doing TURO, I believe you should treat it like a business. You know, there's no sense to be doing TURO, renting your car out, even if it's part-time, even if it's just your spare car in the driveway. Treat it like a business, because when people rent your car, they're going to assume as though you're running it like a business. Some people may be understanding of certain things, but for the most part, you're going to get people who are going to expect a certain level of professionalism out of you when you put your car on the platform and when they're renting from you. So you want to be able to give them that same type of quality service that they may receive when they are, the same type of service that they will receive, and say if they were renting their car from Hertz or from any of those other rental car companies out there, Alamo and Fox and all these other things they got. You want to make sure that you can give them a semblance of that same type of service, you know, so to speak. Of course, it's through an app, so they expect certain things to be different. Like, of course, they're not expected to come to a counter and sign some paperwork, but they want to have a certain level of professionalism that comes along with renting your vehicle. One of those things is tolls. Now, I don't know any car insurance or car rental service that includes tolls. Most places, they charge you for the tolls that you take. Now, your car might come with the Sun Pass, the Easy Pass, whatever you call it in your area down here in South Florida. We call it the Sun Pass. I know in Central Florida, they call it an Easy Pass. And those other places, I don't know what you guys may call it, but that's what our toll system goes by. So my cars, all three of them, come equipped with a Sun Pass, which is good because at airports, when you're talking about getting into the parking lots, they all are Sun Pass related. So they just take the Sun Pass, and because with my airport deliveries, I include that into the fee. So they don't have to worry about paying for things like that. And here in South Florida, a lot of our Sun Passes or toll stations are now toll by plate, meaning that they don't have the conventional toll booth where somebody's there collecting the funds. Most of them, I would say about 95% of the tolls down here in South Florida now are pretty much toll by plate, meaning they have the cameras up top, and when you drive through, it flashes your tag and sends you the bill later on in the month. And when you have Sun Pass, they're equipped with the RFID signals that read your Sun Pass as you go through the tolls. So all of my vehicles are equipped with Sun Pass. You know, most renters who are usually maybe taking the cars on trip or maybe who's going to use the tolls, they usually always ask for it. But I would say that's a small amount of people who actually use the vehicle that actually ask if the Sun Pass is available. Most people don't even ask. They just go through the tolls, which is a good reason why I have the Sun Pass. Another good reason why to have the Sun Pass is because the Sun Pass, at least here, like I'm saying, I'm talking about South Florida, having the Sun Pass, you get a discounted rate. So let's say the toll may be $1.25. having SunPass, your toll rate will now be $1.07. Right now I'm in my Nissan Versa, so this one is equipped with a SunPass right under the windshield. Now, when you're going back, what I do, I'm just giving you tips, tricks of the trade, how it works. What I do with my SunPass is I usually pick sometime within the first 2 weeks. Never really the first week, because sometimes depending on the day that they went through the toll, it's a delay. So let's say it was a holiday or a weekend. Sometimes it doesn't, like on the SunPass sheet, it'll tell you transaction date and a charge date. Sometimes the transaction date might be a Saturday, but they don't charge it until that Monday. So you want to make sure that, and those days may fall on weekends or things like that. So what I like to do is to make sure that I get the tolls. I've had situations before I knew that where I charged somebody, let's say they rented my car up until the 31st of the month, and the 31st maybe it fell on a Saturday, and I would print out the bill. I'd be on top of it, and the charges for the month. See, when I print out, let's say it's August, 31 days, and I print out August in the beginning of September, it would tell me all the transactions. It's going to tell you what was charged. So all the charges would come up for August, not knowing that if they got a toll on the 31st, that one would go under the September bill, which is why I wait until, about 2 or 3 weeks in. And if I have somebody who's on that borderline, I usually don't bill them until after September's done, when I print out the September bill, now that I know that. But that's something that's a little caveat for those of you in South Florida. If you're not doing that already, I'm pretty sure you know, but something that you could use, and it'll help you when you're in your processes. So I usually charge it about a month after, I say it's about a month. I tell them the next month when I get the bill, that's when I send you your bill, and I ask for the reimbursement then. Now, with Turo, what they want, I always, for every trip, I take a photo of the SunPass in the car with the ID number on it. Each SunPass comes with like a 12 or 10 digit number in each car. So when you print out the ticket, it tells you the number for the transponder, and it tells you what the charges it had. So I make sure that I take a picture of the bill. I take a picture of their particular transaction. I zoom in on it so I'll show the full sheet. Then I'll take a picture of the bill, their transactions, and the amount. I'll have it tallied there, and I'll show them, and I'll upload those photos. And I have always, at the beginning of each trip, I always take a picture of the SunPass so they can see it there. I had a situation where I wasn't going to get my reimbursement, and I had to go back and forth with Turo, and they told me what I need to do for future. I guess somebody was disputing it, or for whatever reason. They know, when you take a toll, but they were disputing it, and because I didn't put the SunPass and the toll number in the description of the car, they almost got over on me. But because I had a picture of it prior to the trip uploaded, I said, you can check that. They were like, okay, cool. Because when somebody disputes it, 1 minute.
Please select your payment type and follow the on-screen directions.
So when somebody tries to dispute something, Turo is going to go back and see if you had proper documentation. Remember, I told you documentation is key. And I guess they disputed it as though like they didn't take any tolls or whatever. So their argument was that in my details section, there was nothing stating anything about SunPass or tolls or anything like that, even though I had the picture of the SunPass in the, he had the picture of the SunPass in the uploaded photos for the pre-trip inspection. They didn't care nothing about that. So they suggested, and I would tell anyone out there who has a Sun Pass, make sure you upload your I have at the end of my details section where you describe the car and you tell people about your car. At the very bottom, I have this car is equipped with a Sun Pass. This is the transponder number, toll plate, such and such and such, so that there's no disputing when the charges come. Hey, this is what happened. I have the proof. It tells the time, the date of the transaction. 1 second. It tells the time, the date of the transaction. So you just make sure, that's why I give them the wide view, then I zoom in, make sure they can see the time, the transaction time, so they can see that it was during the time of their trip. And then you always ask for your reimbursement. That's something that I always check every month, without a doubt. Why is it important? Because we are in this business to make money. So it's no reason to just be giving out freebies. Certain things like that is a courtesy, meaning I provide you with the Sun Pass so that you don't have to worry about it on your trip, but you're gonna have to pay me that money back. So I have my Sun Pass attached to my TURO account, the account where all my money goes for TURO. So it comes out automatically. So once it comes out, it hits my account. So technically I'm not making any money. I'm just getting them the money back that was already charged to the customer, if that makes sense. And that's what you want to make sure that you do when you're doing your tolls. So that's pretty much how you run your tolls in a nutshell. You want to make sure that you document it. You have the picture of it in your photos. You have the transponder number and everything that needs to be known about the description of it and your details. You make sure that you are monitoring. You may do it after each trip. I usually wait a little bit, but you want to make sure that you always go back, see what customers did what, charged what, and you charge it to the customer and get that money back. Because like I said, we're here to run a business, and in any business, you want to make sure you're in it to make a profit. So I wish you got a little bonus with that toll, but hey, as long as you get the money back, you break even. And you're making your money on the trip anyways. So if there's anything more you want to know about tolls, hit me up in the comments, man, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace. As long as you believe you can't make it, you won't make it. If you believe that you can do it, you will do it.